Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. We've got exciting news. I feel like I could record about 25 different videos right now. There's so much going on. I want to show you my budget, Ultimate Death Knight build, solo and all sorts of stuff. That's going to have to come perhaps tomorrow now because I've got a load more news that's dropping on me. So what's going on? We've got champion buffs, epic champion buffs. So we've had pretty much for the last, I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7 months now, every month with a patch, new champion buffs. It makes me think that the Altar of Souls is probably coming next patch. And although we don't know the date yet, I would not be surprised if next patch is next week or definitely the week after. Like, feels like maybe it's 2 weeks away. With the amount of news and info that we're getting, it just feels like the Altar of Souls is going to be in it. So lots going on in the game right now. Let's get into these champions. Let's see if you've got any of these epics. And let's see if they're actually the ones that we wanted them to buff. So let's start then. And this dude has been needing a buff for a while. Literally, I mean, he's just horrendous, this guy. I've tried to make him good in numerous ways across the years that I've played this game. But with this base speed of 92, with these horrendous base stats, you're like, well, he needs to have a great kit. And you look at his kit and it's like, weak ass chance of getting an extra turn. It is a turn meter feel, but I mean, it's just weak. It hits for an okay amount, but you've got like single target hit, 4 hits at random. The guy needs a proper rework. So let's see what's going on. Marksman. First thing they're changing is his base speed from 92, which is a commons value, up to 98. Good change. Okay, we needed it. Marksman's like that. Yes. I'm no longer the slowest guy at the race. So what else are they doing? Venom Arrow, A1 skill. They're changing the 15% chance of an extra turn to 25% chance. So his A1 places a poison for 2 turns if he crits. You guarantee he's going to crit. So he's always going to place a poison. And then he's got a 25% chance of just going again. Which does mean that he can cycle back through his skills a bit better. And it's still a bit weird. The trouble with things like extra turn mechanics, when they're just a percentage chance to happen, is it basically means they can't fit in any like unkillable teams. Because he throws everything out. If he starts to roll on a couple, it's like, damn, this guy can't play. So that's not going to help him there. Obviously, it's a better chance of another turn. I still don't feel like that's going to make the change we need. Impressive Shot is A2. They're changing the percentage chance of inflicting a crit. So as an extra 15% chance of inflicting a crit right now, they're upping that to 25. You get the turn meter feel. You would only need to build him to like 75% crit rate to guarantee a crit here. And it does hit for decent damage. Still don't feel like it's the one. I don't feel like it's the one. And then Thorns here. So 4 hits at random. What are they doing? Please be an AoE. No. It's going to ignore 35%. Sorry, each hit has a 25% chance to ignore defense. That's going to go up to 35. And you book it up to 45. It's not got a crazy multiplier, this one. It's quite a weak multiplier. But if you then ignore defense, that can do some reasonable damage. I don't know, guys. Is it enough? He will get an aura change. So he's actually going to get an arena speed aura instead of defense aura. That's quite a decent change, actually, because he does have a turn meter fill on his A2, which is a guaranteed turn meter fill. So with a speed aura of 20%, lower level players coming in, needing a turn meter booster, that might end up being his best role with this A2. So you hit someone, you boost the rest of your team's turn meter, and then your team starts to move. I feel like the changes are okay. We're not going to see this guy suddenly being like thrown into a load of teams, but they're an okay bunch of changes. Let's hope for better for the rest. Right, second one up is Canoness. So definitely needed a buff. You know, she's got a pretty weak source A1. She's got a leech and decreased accuracy A2, which is actually not a terrible skill, but it's all single target stuff. And she's got an ally protect. Basically, she's got ally protect and increased defense on a target Whereas the good people out there nowadays are protecting your team. But it is on a 2-turn cooldown. She's just all a little bit like she's only helping one person out or she's only hitting one enemy. It's all a bit dated, honestly, for the game. She does have a speed in faction crypts aura. Again, not good enough. So, what's going on with this one? Oh, my lord. Base speed was 89. I didn't even see that. 89. So bad. That's going up to 98. Okay, she's got a chance. She can now move. What else have we got going on? Stalwart Guardian, which is this skill here, is going to be... Okay, so the continuous heal element is going to be on all of the team. So she protects one, she increases their defense, and then she gives a heal to the whole team. Everything else is staying the same. I guess, you know, the only use case I can really see for this champion... Can I even see one? I mean, Leech... This new boss could be good. Leech, decrease accuracy, protect one of your team, give them increased defense, get continuous heals going on a 2-turn. Don't know. Are we clutching at straws? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that it's enough. I'm not sure that it's enough again. Let's move on to the next one. This is going to be Fake Draco. To Drake, I mean, Stu Gaming a while back now did a fun video showing that Drake was blowing stuff up. He kept getting extra turns on his A1. He was built like an absolute Trojan at that point. So yeah, of course he was doing it. But generally, the kit is weak. Extra turn if he kills someone, fine, but it doesn't hit far enough. Single target, single target, single target with a couple of okay debuffs on a 5-turn if you book it. It's just not good enough. So Drake, final blow is going to change. So attacks one enemy. If the target has got less than 50% HP, this attack is always a crit. Okay, what else are we doing? Decimate. Reducing the cooldown by a turn. Attacks one enemy, places a decreased speed and decreased accuracy on all enemies for 2 turns if it is a crit. That's significantly better, okay? You're still only hitting one enemy, but you're going to place decreased speed and decreased accuracy across the board. That could actually be a pretty viable Hydra ability now, but the rest of his kit doesn't really suit Hydra. But that ability there could be pretty good for Hydra, albeit now bookable to 4 turns, goes out for 2 turns. It's not got like a long enough uptime, really. Not going to get any benefit from the A1 on Hydra. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely better. It's an improvement. I can't see him getting played in a ton of stuff. His aura is going to change to faction crypts as well. So I guess that's the direction they're trying to push him. Don't know. Still feels like it's average at best. Let's move on to the 4th one then. So Delvin then. Pretty weird champion, honestly. She's got an A1 which can put heal reduction out. The A2 places a weaken if the target's under heal reduction and it cannot be resisted. So you think, oh, okay, well, I don't need accuracy for that. Yeah, but you need accuracy for that and for this, which is just odd. Like, just give them one skill that can't be resisted. Then we don't need accuracy. Then we can just build them to nuke. If you kind of mix it up like this with different debuffs, it doesn't work. So yeah, let's hope we get a big change here. And the speed currently 91. So we've got here on Delver, changes from 91 to 98. It's a good change. Same as these other ones, super slow before. Looks like the A1 is just going to stay the same. The A2 is going to change. So it's going to change to places a weaken for 3 turns, same as it was, if the target's got decreased defense on them, not heal reduction. And again, this debuff cannot be resisted. And then the A3 is going to change to, it's an AoE right now, places increased attack on her before she attacks. And it's going to change to, has a 50% chance of placing decreased defense on the target for 2 turns before attacking. So it's going to be an AoE where she actually can put drop defense out there before she attacks. That's pretty cool. She does need accuracy for the drop defense, whereas she wouldn't need accuracy for that A2. So again, it's just like confusing messages for players here. How do I build this champion? But it's what it is. It looks like there's no change to her damage multipliers, but she will get in books now an extra 25% chance to land the drop defense. So the drop defense will go up to 75% chance if booked, and it'll be on a 4-turn if booked. It's definitely better. Just sort of check, actually. So I'm not super up to date on Delver, the 3-star rated on my site. So her A3 is already rated strong for damage. That means, and on a 4-time multiplier. So actually, that could end up being pretty decent. Yeah, if you're thinking about it, she's going to place decreased defense before she hits, and then she's going to come in with an AoE. Actually, that can be pretty damn solid as a smack now for an epic champion. So, pretty good changes, actually. I think that is going to make her at least relevant for faction wars and stuff. Albeit this faction's got decreased defense here, decreased defense here. Like, it feels like a faction that's already got plenty of champions doing that. So to bring another one in the mix, I'm not sure. But at least it's a good change for that champion. She probably will get some good playtime now. And yeah, certainly better than it was. Okay, then last champion. The last one's going to be Karam. Karam's kind of a funky, interesting champion. He's got the poison explosions going on. Already fast, so it can't be about base speed with this one. He's got poison on his A1. He's basically... He's got a chance to do extra crits on his A2 based on the HP that a champion has lost. Bit of a weird mechanic. And he's got this cool poison exploder on the A3. So, what's going on here? His A1's going to change. So instead of a 30% chance of placing a poison, it's going to buff up to a 50. It's okay, I guess. Still not going to change this champion. Bits of Rage. This is changing by quite a bit. So it's going to attack one enemy. 15% chance of an extra crit. So you only need 85% crit rate on him. Damage increases by 50% if this champion has more than 50% HP. Is going to be the change. So basically he's going to do an extra half the damage he would have done if he's above half health. Interesting. I mean, the A3 is already good anyway in certain situations. It might be they're trying to set him up for this new boss. You know, poison exploder with poisons with a hard A2 hit. They're not changing his multiplier on the A2. So let's just have a quick look at Karam's A2 and see if this is going to kind of, you know, ram home as a good one. It is actually already godlike. I guess conditionally godlike. That could be interesting. I guess we'll play around with that. It's still going to be all single target stuff, but maybe for that new boss, the Iron Twins, he could come in as pretty clutch. Let me know. That's it, guys. Let me know what you think about the 5 epic changes. Does that make you think, yes, I want to try those epics out? Or are you still thinking, nah? I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you later.